Yeah, but then I never
connected, bro.
I'm gonna text him right now and be like, "What's up, dog?"
I just remember the question that was asked is like, what do you think about the fight on June 3rd? He goes, I never give up.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many rounds, I'm in it.
Yeah.
I don't live to live. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Oscar De La Hoya, are you hungry? Let me tell you something. The chicken or the egg? The fuck is wrong with this guy, man?
First situation, all right?
Cool, the commentary was so trash, dude.
I couldn't even...
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Genius Brain Podcast. If you are a first-time listener, my bad. This is gonna be a good waste of your fucking hour of your life. Yee. Here we have Patrick.T.Riley, stand-up comic, back in commission.
Let's go.
Missing out on his show tonight because of a car exploded. And we got Nick, the sweaty ear.
The sweaty ear, dude.
I brought some napkins just in case you boy gets a little.
I'm never
hot
gonna
in here.
let you live that down ever again, dude. That was one of the funniest moments of my life.
And sometimes I deliver those, you know what I mean? And it's it may not be intentional, but I may deliver
That
those
was
moments.
hilarious. Can you give us a walkthrough of what you were thinking when that happened? Because
Yeah,
that
what?
shit
Yeah,
was
yeah.
crazy.
And also what you were feeling too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So like if I can go back to my genius a little bit and just kind of reminisce about like how I just delivered a performance of a lifetime. I think it was a lack of thinking. Yeah. We're all talking and I was like, oh wait, that sounds like something that I really liked and I really enjoyed. So let me tell you about it. And as I was explaining it, I realized, I go, wait, I'm telling this like I'm just talking to a couple fucking asshole friends of mine. And I forget that we're on a fucking podcast. And I have to say something with substance.
So when you talk to your friends, you also tell them stories that go nowhere?
Yeah, what the fuck is that, bro?
Even if you were talking to your friends,
guess
what
what?
the fuck are you talking
You're
about?
an asshole, guy.
Hey, you've known me long enough. You know I've done this from time to time. I do this from time to time.
You know, halfway when you were telling that story, I legit was thinking about whipping out my phone, opening up Google Maps, and say, "Hey, where the fuck are you going?"
Give
me the direct.
That's some good shit. You
Yeah,
know
I
what
was
mean?
going to do that.
That's some stand-up comedy shit.
I was zoned out, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to refocus.
and
like,
low-key,
whoa, come back. He's talking.
I was
he's
too,
talking.
though.
He's your. I was like, damn, refocus. He's your friend. He wouldn't do this to you. He wouldn't fucking.
Yeah.
He wouldn't let you
fuck you
down
up
like this. Like
Yeah.
stick in there, and then you let me and everybody down.
You know what? And you know, sometimes you just have to do these types of things.
Yeah, and you never answered the question. What made you think that was okay?
Yeah.
And
What did make you think it was
the thing
okay?
is, I didn't. In my head, I just was like, oh yeah, just go for it.
If we put a thermometer in your mouth at that moment, how
107.
high do you think that?
About 107. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would have been like the cartoon where it hits the fucking top. The thermometer would explode. Because it doesn't go that high.
It would have blown up.
Because I would have died.
times?
Yeah, you would have died. Brain damage.
How many times has that happened to you?
Like recently? The past week?
Just in general. Does it happen a lot when you just tell a story and then you explode?
Not really. No. I
That
think
shit
that
was
was
too fucking
that was
funny.
special circumstances.
I fucking love
You
it.
guys
That was
bring the
great.
best out of me. I'm sorry. Just
Oh, you're the best.
you guys bring it out of me.
Oh, you know who died?
Oh, cool. Where? Who? You must be very excited.
You know who died, guys? Who?
Somebody you don't like that
I'm going to
much?
say a line, and let me see if you guys can catch
Oh,
it.
I know who it is.
I'm going to keep it G real.
No, he didn't die. That was false, I think.
No, he died.
I got time today, cuz.
He
I
died.
got time today.
He died.
Apparently, he the kid that was in the video was like, no, he did a video and was like, everyone thought I died. I'm still alive.
I thought that
because
was
I
like
keep it G real, cuz.
Was it-
Today I got time.
I thought he died.
I got time today.
So he didn't die.
Wait,
Nah, he's
so
still
the
alive.
guy that made the video, that was him? Because I didn't really do a was that
Yeah,
just some
well-
other random
well-
white dude or?
Well, at this moment, who fucking knows, right? It could be any other fucking suburban white kid who's
Yeah.
kind of hood and shit.
Hold on. I'm a keep it G real kid dies.
But apparently everybody was saying he died, and then he came out saying, no, your boy's still alive.
I'm alive.
I'm alive.
Imagine looking at the news and being like, "You're dead."
I'm dead?
And be like, "What the fuck?"
That's fucked up, huh?
I go under the radar.
I mean, this article seems really...
What is it from?
It's from a website called Inside Echo.
Oh, yeah, that's a
There you
very well-renowned fucking
Reputable.
news site. Yeah.
Reputable.
Let me tell
But
you
how
this.
long ago was this story? Because I remember hearing about this like a month ago.
This is March 25th, 2021, bro.
Shit,
That's
cuz.
recently, baby.
Yeah.
That was almost about a month ago.
Yeah.
That's literally a month almost to the
Who
day.
is this?
To this day.
To this day.
To this day.
With great sadness, a renowned rapper, G Real.
He was a rapper?
Of course he was, bro. You telling me that you wouldn't think that kid was a rapper?
I would think he is a rapper.
For sure.
You're right.
Bro, if you're stepping up to a bunch of dudes that look like they're gonna fuck you up, and he's like, "Yo, I keep it G real today, cuz." Like, come on.
Yeah,
Man.
no, it hasn't been debunked. He
Really?
died. He died at the age of 22. He was shot and killed in Colorado. Today I got Tom. That shit was one of the funniest videos I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, but low key though, when you're talking this type of shit to some people, and they're like, "Yo, you better walk the fuck away. I'll kill your ass," and then a couple years later, he ends up dead.
This kid was 95 pounds at most.
Bro, he's
Yeah,
a little
skinny as
dude,
fuck.
and he was talking mad shit to some dudes that like looked like they would beat the fuck out of him.
Who made the video saying that it was him then? And that
It was
didn't
some.
die?
It was. I
It was
don't
just
know.
some random
Yeah, it was
dude
some
being like,
random
"It's
white
me.
kid. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not dead."
That's the one I saw. That's
So-
the one I saw.
So his name is G Real.
Oh,
That's his
shit.
name.
Yeah, that's his
legal.
rapper name, G Real.
I thought it was his legal name.
R.I.P. though, huh?
So I'm gonna keep it G Real. So he was referring to himself. From Today I Got Time viral video was reportedly shot and killed in Colorado. Aurora police announced a homicide investigation Monday after officers found a dead man with multiple gunshot wounds outside of a South Peoria Street tire store Sunday morning.
Slinging them tires, cuz.
Yeah, this fool got shot
Damn.
and killed. Can you believe that shit?
You think his rapper name was G Real, but after that whole video, he was like, "I'm just gonna take it, adopt it. My
Maybe.
name is G Real now."
That fool probably used the same line and somebody just shot him in the face. He's like, "Today I got Tom." Well, me too.
Yeah, bro. That's, you can't be talking spicy like that all the time.
Spicy.
You can't be talking spicy.
Tapatio.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I don't think I've ever squared up on somebody like that.
Like that,
No,
and then
like
just
that,
walk
no.
away afterwards. Because
Yeah.
he said
Yeah.
all that just to walk away.
Yeah.
And I think for my recent memory of that video, he's like dropping M-bombs and he's like talking to some black dudes.
He's
You know
definitely
what I mean?
dropping N-bombs.
Yeah, he was,
They're in
right?
there. They're in there. They're scattered throughout. They're
Yeah.
peppered in. They're peppered
They're
in.
peppered.
It's
he
a little.
He was like what, 15 or 14 years old at the time.
Yeah, he must have been young. Because that video was,
Dude, there are certain areas too.
that's a
where
great video.
People just don't care if they say it or not, and he's probably in the hood and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they
that's
probably
true.
just like
That's
whatever.
true. That's
And I bet you this kid's strapped too. That's why they didn't say anything.
Probably.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, his name is G Real. Fool
His
got a
legal name is G Real. on his license.
It's on his driver's license.
His mom.
What's
called
your
him
full
G-
name? Gary Real.
Oh, you G Real.
I can't believe this fool died though, man. I wanted to see what he was gonna end up.
Oh yeah, did you?
Did you ever? You thought about that guy ever
Yeah,
after that video?
Every
You're
day,
like,
dude.
man, that sucks that he died, bro.
He was gonna be a professor.
Yeah,
I guarantee it. You don't believe in
Hey,
the youth?
He's the guy from the video that we talked about. When he got the teacher that got in trouble for dropping M-bombs in class.
Oh,
That's
he
what
oh,
was
yeah.
saying he
gonna be.
became that guy.
He was gonna be him.
That
was-
he
that
was on that path.
100% gonna be him, dude.
Yeah.
But fucking we are gonna talk about the boxing match between Jake Paul and
Touch my
Ben
feet,
Askren.
motherfucker.
One of the most disappointing fights I only watched.
Oh
the
I got
highlights.
pissed, bro.
my
I turned that shit
God.
off. As soon as I saw the knockout, I was like, "Fuck this."
We had to eat our words because we were talking to Ben Askren like a motherfucker.
Here's the thing. When the fight first got announced, we all were saying Jake Paul's gonna knock this fool out, right? We were all saying that. But as the buildup goes on, right, you hear Ben Askren talking, and you're like, you know what? Yeah, he's a I think everything that we wanted was just wishful thinking.
Well,
We wanted it to be true.
No, I think there's some truth to the fact that like a real fighter has been he's proven that he had a chin in the UFC, right? And whatever. But maybe part of it is we wanted him to win, but god damn, bro. Like the best reaction was DC's reaction when did you see
I was like,
Yeah.
come
He's like, come on,
man.
you gonna let this boy do you like that? That's exactly how I felt. I was like, oh.
But
I
you-
was at
but-
work like, oh my, I cannot. I literally the first thing I said was like, what a fucking idiot, dude.
Yeah, but when guys are hungry, and they have a chip on their shoulder, like Jake Paul, who's like, "Yo, I'm gonna beat this fuck. I'm gonna beat him up," and then you get a guy like Ben Askren, who's like, yeah, he's just some fucking shit kid. That makes a difference. Like that intensity makes a big difference.
we
The
also
intent.
didn't realize how much. I thought Ben Askren was gonna be a similar size to
Yeah.
Jake Paul, and then Jake Paul's towering over him. He's like 6'2". Ben Askren isn't. He's like what 5'11" or something. But he fights at welterweight or UFC welterweight, which is 170, and that's 170 him not cutting.
Yeah.
because he's fat as fuck at 170.
Yeah.
And then you have Jake Paul cutting down to 190, and you could tell because did you see how fucking fat Ben Askren was?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
the fattest he's ever been.
He looked
I
like
was
shit.
shocked. I was shocked how bad he looked.
He looked really shitty.
Yeah, because you know when I sent the video clip of him hitting pads, I was like, oh, he's actually not as bad.
He
as
looked all right. Yeah, he did look all right.
strong cross. He had a good pullback. His hand. I mean, he was stiff as fuck, but I assume he was still playing it up. He was not.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, did you see when he rolled under the hook and he connected with the overhand?
That shit was nice.
It was nice.
No, I didn't see that.
It was pretty promising.
It looked promising for like 15 seconds, and then Jake Paul started to jab to the body a little bit and just throw some different looks, and then he caught him, dude.
He just stepped in. He just stepped in,
like,
and Ben Askren was like this, and he just didn't even move.
He did
overhand.
This is what you don't do. Don't pull away and because you got nowhere else to go. We always talk about that shit. And Tyron Woodley has made a career on doing that to people.
Mm-hmm.
He starts pulling, and he's a training partner of his. So it sucks. It is what it is. And I feel like
I was just like, it's so embarrassing. It's like, oh no, dude.
He's a fucking world champion in 2 fighting organizations. He's an Olympian, and then he lost to a fucking YouTuber who only has 3 quote unquote pro boxing matches fighting nobodies.
To be fair though, Jake Paul can box, and it was boxing. Like, and Askren, I mean, I didn't think it was going to happen. At least I definitely didn't think it was going to happen like that, even if Jake Paul won.
Yeah.
I thought even if he finished him, it was going to take like 5 or 6 rounds. I didn't think it was going to happen like that.
Yeah.
But fuck, dude. Why Ben Askren has to be the best meme I saw was the dude Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And it's like,
gonna stop him.
No, he's like, it's like when Jake Paul knocked out Ben Askren, it's him crying. He's like, he can't keep getting away with this.
I mean, he's going to have to fight a real boxer at this point.
But he's not.
Because
he ain't. He's not. Why would he though?
They're angling for Tyron Woodley, right? Like there's beef there.
Hey.
BJ Penn has to fight him. I really hope BJ Penn doesn't,
Bro,
because BJ Penn got knocked out on a street fight in Hawaii like a year ago. There was like a video of him getting fucked up in a street fight. So he's just too old. Please don't put BJ Penn in there.
BJ Penn has to fight his alcoholism first, and then we'll see what happens after.
That's true.
Yeah, let's get him into fucking AA real quick. Sorry, BJ Penn, but
ding ding baby. 12 steps, 12 rounds.
First battle.
He's been losing all rounds, dude.
He's getting fucked up, dude.
But like, if you're Jake Paul, bro, it's like he's making. He sold 1.5 million pay-per-view buys for fighting Ben Askren.
What was up with Oscar De La Hoya, dude?
That boy's coked out of his mind.
Train wreck, dude.
Oscar De La Hoya was fucking coked the hell out.
He's a
so
train wreck, bro.
It's crazy. You know
he's
what?
supposed to fight, no?
He's supposed to fight. Eddie
fight.
Alvarez, they're talking about.
Did you see his hands though? He's still fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, even if he's old, he's still got the skill for sure, 100%.
I was kind of shocked how good he still was because of all, he just like a few months ago, he was fat as fuck.
Yeah.
But he looks good. Like he could box again.
Like riding a bike, bro. When you're at that level.
Well, also, even like Tyson looked good against Roy Jones.
That's true too.
Tyson looked really nice.
When you're at a certain skill level and you take time off, it's always.
I gotta find the clip of just Oscar De La Hoya not answering a question at all. That shit was so fucking funny. Man.
He was such a train wreck. He's like, I'd never back down. I'll never quit. I'll go down to the end.
And you're like, all right, bro.
It's like on Food's Gone Wild. It's like when you're Theo at the end of the carne asada. It's like he's getting all aggressive and shit.
Dog, that fool is crazy. And if you live in Pasadena and you go out at night sometimes, there's a good chance you might see Oscar De La Hoya, wilding out, bro. Everyone's got a good. I
have his phone number. He gave me his phone number.
Oh shit, let's call him up.
Hey Oscar, what's going on, dog?
What's up, dog?
I couldn't believe it. I met him at a bar. Wasn't supposed to be drinking. We were all drinking. And
Rocco's?
He gave me no, it was Blind Donkey, and he gave me his number, and I was putting it in, and I was like, I can't believe I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's tight, bro.
Yeah, but then I never
you connected, bro.
I'm gonna text him right now and be like, "What's up, dog?"
I just remember the question that was asked is like, "What do you think about the fight on June 3rd?" He goes, "I never give up.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter how many rounds, I'm in it.
Yeah,
I don't live to live." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man?" Oscar De La Hoya, are you hungry? Let me tell you something. The chicken or the egg? The fuck is wrong with this guy, man?
First situation, all right? Cool,
the commentary was so trash, dude.
I couldn't even listen to it.
It was so like XFL, just bullshit.
You know what the crazy thing is? I dislike Snoop Dogg a lot.
I don't.
Yeah, he was kind of
a bit much.
Yeah, he was too much a little bit at times.
I don't like him on there either.
Yeah,
because it's like, I get it, bro. You're trying to be funny, but it's also like these guys are fighting, bro. Like, fucking show just a little bit more respect, just a little bit. And isn't he like a shareholder in the fucking company? Like, doesn't he?
Maybe
he's invested in it, and he's like actively betting against fucking
Ben
Askren, dude.
Give me my money, back.
Yeah, just screaming, bro.
Or Jake.
And it just like when you watch that, and it's like it was literally Coachella, bro. It was Coachella and boxing. actually more than half of the event was like musical performances. There was one fight on there. Apparently, one of the guys who was fighting was like a singer or like a music artist. His name was like Raycon or some shit. And then he was fighting against a guy, like he has no professional boxing experience. I think he was like his first fight ever. And he was fighting a guy who had previous boxing experience.
This podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp, my friends. If you guys know me, you guys know how much I stress mental health and you guys specifically taking care of it. Now, if you haven't thought about BetterHelp or trying online counseling, this might be the one for you. They have counselors that are trained professionals ready for you to help you out. This might be something that you feel like you don't need, but trust me, we all need a little bit of help sometimes. There is a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available in many areas. The services available for clients worldwide are there for you. You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room as with traditional therapy. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and Genius Brain listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/genius. Once again, that's BetterHelp.com/genius. Get the mental health and help you need, my friends. Trust me, I've been using it for a long time and it has been the best thing that I have ever used in my life. Give it a go. Once again, that's betterhelp.com/genius to go ahead and get 10% off your first month today.
And like he looked like a pro, like, and you could tell, like, you know, when you watch someone that doesn't know how to spar or how to box against someone that does know how to box.
And he took the fight?
He took the fight, and he's toying with him, and he eventually dropped him in like the first or second round. But it was just like, who the fuck is making these fights? You know?
But this is the weird thing, right? Because there's like two sides to this story, and even boxers are kind of going with this narrative. They're saying that this might be a good thing for boxing to get fresh eyes on it, right? But the fresh eyes on this style of boxing will only last if the fights are like this. Yeah. They're not going to watch real boxers because they're in it to watch the shit show. They're not there to watch boxing. So after these YouTubers or whatever, they stop boxing, you think it's going to convert the viewership to real boxing?
It's not boxing fans.
Yeah.
Right. It's spectacle, circus shit.
And
it's like people that want to see that.
And for boxing, if you want to get eyes on boxing, just make the fights that people want to see.
Yeah, right.
Like, look what the UFC did. It's not anything necessarily special, but
there's way too many belts in boxing.
Oh my God,
it's just too much. There's like how many different
WBC, WBO, fucking NWO. Like there's literally every fucking letter.
Hulk Hogan's the champ, dude. Fucking and also they don't make, like, even Pacquiao and Mayweather, like they should have fought years before they fought. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what's sick about the UFC too. It's like you get guys in their prime fighting guys in their fucking prime, where it's like this is the best of the best at their best. Boxing, it's like Mayweather fought Pacquiao finally after he lost to Marquez and was slowing down a little bit. And like, that's whack, bro.
He fought Canelo when he was a baby.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. And also made him like drop a lot of weight and shit. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that weird rigged shit. Like fuck that. That's so whack.
There's just too many like promotions.
Well, that's
the WBO is one promotion. IBO is another. Like there's all, and it's like, imagine if Bellator was trying to fight ONE FC, was trying to fight UFC. Like it would be that type of.
I think the biggest conversation with Mayweather that I keep reading up from when I'm watching all these videos talk about Mayweather, and there's that question that's asked: who is the top boxer in the history of boxing? Right? A lot of these boxers don't choose Mayweather. They don't choose him because he was very selective about who he got to fight at what time.
Right.
And so those great matches that he fought, saying that he beat everybody, a lot of these boxers disagree. They're like, well, like you said, he specifically chose to fight Manny Pacquiao after he was a little bit washed up. He fought Canelo when he just started, made him drop a lot of weight. So this is what taints Mayweather's record versus somebody like Roy Jones Jr. He was down to scrap everybody and anybody.
At any time.
Exactly.
And also, you hear Tyson specifically talk about it when he said that, like, because I think they say Mayweather's the best. And he's like, no, he's like, bro, he's like, Julio Cesar Chavez fought, he was like 90-0 before he lost one fight.
Yeah.
Like he had won 90 straight motherfucking fights
crazy
before he lost his first fight. And then he was like, and that, exactly that. He was like, and he fought anyone at any time. He was like, bring them all on.
It didn't matter.
And it didn't matter. Bro, that dude got to 90-0.
That's crazy.
Even though he lost after that, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
that dude won 90 motherfucking fights and he had a brutal style. Like, it wasn't like he was dancing, like never got hit. No, Chavez got fucking hit, but he just hit you more times and you fucking died.
He's fucking
and he
crazy,
fought
dude.
everybody. So like, yeah, how could you say? I mean, you could say that Mayweather's the best defensive boxer. I'll agree with you there. But like the best overall boxer, I don't think that Mayweather is.
I don't even know why anybody wants to watch him fight Logan Paul. Logan Paul's 6'3", 220 pounds. Mayweather's 5'7", 5'8", 150 pounds.
I thought the fight got canceled.
No, it's back up again.
They rescheduled it because they
Because they didn't get enough interest, huh?
That's probably, honestly, they probably had something to do with Jake Paul calling people out. They're probably trying to build it up for
That's
them.
exactly what they're doing.
They were like, let's get Jake Paul fighting somebody. Now the Paul brothers are big. Now Logan Paul fight. Now he just knocked somebody out. Now let's get Logan.
So Mayweather, the stipulation is that Mayweather can't be above 190 pounds or something.
Mayweather can't?
Or
Okay,
like
cool.
100, or something like that. And then Logan Paul can't be above a certain weight. So, but there's still going to be like a 30 or 40 pound weight difference, but there's like weird stipulations like that. It's just fucking stupid. Like, what is the point of this? I don't know.
It's dumb. It's dumb.
That's like
bullshit.
watching Michael Jordan play basketball against me. That's what that's like.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, you're pretty terrible, huh?
Awful.
Yeah.
You know? But at the same time, it's like, why the fuck are we paying money to watch this? Like, this is going to be on pay-per-view, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
And people are going to buy it.
Yeah, 100%.
Not me.
I'm not going to buy
Watch
shit.
the highlights.
But like,
Google.
I didn't even buy
illegal
the
streams.
Jake Paul. I just wanted to watch the highlights.
Me too.
I just
Me
need to
too.
see the highlight. I don't need to see anybody else in the undercard. They had Frank Mir boxing. He's 58 years old.
Yeah.
he looked pretty good.
He didn't look bad. I watched little
Nice.
highlights. He didn't look
Nice.
bad.
I saw highlights too. He looked good, but he's also very fucking old.
Yes.
You know,
And he
also
also
should not
fought-
be fighting.
He also fought like a guy with a pretty decent boxing record.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting to see what happens.
You know what's so fucking obnoxious? And it was that dude in the locker room when Tyron Woodley, when Tyron Woodley was going over to check the wraps or whatever, and Jay Leon Love was sitting there holding the 14-ounce gloves or 12-ounce gloves. He goes, "What you know about these?" It's like, he fights in 4-ounce gloves. What are you talking about,
right.
bro? This guy's like talking out the fucking
That's
side of his
like
mouth.
more that's safer.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
you don't know
fucking idiot.
nothing about this.
I wish they would just one of these fuckers would come over to MMA real quick and just real fast.
Well, that's what Tyron said. Tyron said in an interview with Ariel Helwani, he was like, "Hey, I'll fight you in the boxing ring, but you got to fight me in the cage. Let's go."
Yeah.
And he said it on a live. Jay Leon Love was on a live, and he was like, "Yeah, like these MMA fights, they'll fuck up boxers. Then why are you talking like that?
Yeah, right.
Shut the fuck up then. You know
Exactly.
he would literally murder you. There would be
Easy.
no competition."
What's crazy is that there's literally blue belts and purple belts in jiu-jitsu gyms that are 18 years old that will fuck these dudes up.
Yeah, for real.
all around the world.
Yeah. Like before you even touch them, they're just gonna double leg you and
Yeah,
they're gonna
it's
take your ass
over.
down.
It's over.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Well, it's just like, it's part of this culture now where it's like everybody just wants to talk shit just to sell a fight, right? Because there's all this speculation of we think of Jake Paul and we talked about how he was like, oh, he has to fight a boxer next. He's probably not. He's probably going to fight Dylan Danis next. Isn't that crazy?
You know who wants to fight
I think
him?
he
Who's-
beats Dylan Danis.
I think so
for
too.
sure he's gonna beat
I
Dylan
hope
down.
it's, yeah.
There was Tyson Fury's younger brother.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Something.
Handsome fuck though.
Yeah,
yeah, I've
it's
seen the
something
picture.
cool. It's something cool like Tyson Fury, but like a little different.
Yeah.
Something Fury.
Tyson Fury. He's French.
Tyson.
Yeah,
Tyson.
Tyson. Yeah,
Tyson.
so he's coming
Would you
through,
like a
but
croissant?
They don't look alike at all.
they have similar boxing records because they both just started pro. They're around the same age, same size. So he's like, I think he's a little smaller than Jake too. But he's like, let's go.
Perfect.
If you want to test yourself, I have a similar boxing
Hey, you
record.
think you're gonna fight him though?
He's not gonna fight.
He's not gonna fight because he knows if he gets someone that's actually a little competitive with him, the Triller shit is over. Like, what's gonna be the appeal?
Yeah.
As soon as you lose that one fight, nobody gives a fuck anymore.
But I think after Askren, he can't go down or at the same level.
he's going to though. He's going to. The
No,
fact that he even fought Askren is crazy.
The fact
Out
that
of
he fought
all
Nate
the people,
Robinson was crazy.
He's hand selecting all these people.
But
So
I'm saying they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose money if they're like, okay, you're gonna fight another guy that doesn't know.
See, that's
what
the thing.
fuck
It's
he's
like
doing.
people want to see him lose.
Yeah.
People are gonna pay to watch. He's gonna be a fuck. The more he's an asshole, like the Jay Leon Love shit, talking shit to Tyron Woodley. I think he does all very calculated. He's doing all this shit to rile the right people up and to get MMA media right now. They're kind of like, yeah, they're talking about the UFC card that's this weekend, which is an amazing fight card. But
They
what's
had
the
to throw in
headline?
Jake Paul.
What's the headlines? It's Jake Paul, then UFC 261. Like, and that's the story because all these UFC fighters in the press conferences, They're like, hey, what do you think about Jake Paul? Why the fuck are they asking Robert Whittaker after he had an amazing performance against
he looks so
Gastelum
good.
about why he's gonna fight? He goes, what do you think about Jake Paul? And he goes, yeah, Ben Askren not known for his hands, yada yada yada. But the fact that he's even asking Robert Whittaker that, and then Robert Whittaker says what? He goes, I'll fight him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everyone's like, yeah, I'll fight the guy. Of course, but he knows better, bro. He's not gonna fight all these fucking people.
guys.
Robert
Oh, no
Whittaker
way.
will light his ass up.
I mean,
dude.
the crazy thing is that he has to fight people his size. He hasn't fought a person his size yet. Everybody that he's fought is literally 20 to 30 pounds lighter than him and a few inches shorter.
And he's getting away with it, bro.
Yeah.
It's still gonna happen because people are still going to pay. The fact that it got 1.5 million like views,
Yeah.
like pay-per-view buys, that is crazy. And that shit was like $50, dude. That's so crazy.
Yeah, I don't see him going down after this because I think they would lose money if they,
Of course.
in level of competition. Like he has to fight somebody else that's like, even if it's Dylan Dennis, I could see that because of the heat, but it's still like like his progression has been like someone more real.
I don't even want him to fight Tyron Woodley because Tyron Woodley is still 5'9".
And kind of older too.
And he's
like,
older. I want him. I want him to fight somebody his size.
You see
that's it.
You see the videos of him sparring with Mike Perry? You hear about the Mike Perry
Oh yeah,
shit?
Mike Perry wants to fight him.
Oh, that's
I'd be
right.
like, yeah, let Mike Perry fight him.
So they did.
I'd be down with that.
I'd be down too.
They released a video, or like Jake Paul released a small video after their sparring where Mike Perry was like, hey bro, good shit, dog. Like you fucking me up. Like you cracked me pretty good. Like good shit, just being a cool guy. And then Jake Paul posted that saying like, yeah, Mike Perry's like work. So he's just stirring the pot again. Like he knows what he's doing, dog. And then Mike Perry goes, damn, bro, like
I'll be nice.
I was trying to be cool, bro. Like he's like, I was just happy to be there. And I was giving you some good rounds. And then he released his own clip. And he's like, he's cracking the fuck out of Jake Paul.
Of course.
And then he's just like, damn, bro, like now I'm fucking mad. He's like, man, this motherfucker talking shit. I was trying to be cool with him. And all these people were talking shit on my social media. And now I have to talk about this shit.
Yeah.
He's like, man, fuck that. He's like, if you want to fight, let's fight.
Which is crazy.
That would be interesting.
Which is
I
crazy
love Mike Perry,
too.
bro. I hope
I
they
do
never
too.
cut him. He could lose every fight. Please keep him in the UFC because he's so goddamn entertaining.
He's the blackest dude in the UFC. So
4 Nigerian champions if he gets a title, bro.
I know. Mike Perry too. It's funny because Mike Perry isn't a precision hitter, right?
No.
He's just a brawler. So if he could walk down Jake Paul, that means that he's going to have a lot of trouble.
He's going to.
Yeah.
They fight, he's going to.
He
But,
would.
and
he
we'll see
could
what
take
happens.
it for sure.
Jake
That
Paul
motherfucker
did
could
look
take
better in this fight, though. Like,
Of course he's gonna get better.
It hates it. Like it hurts me to say this, but I was like, man.
I mean, listen, he has the best boxing trainers, all the money in the world. Of
course.
He has a motherfucker doing acro yoga for him.
Yeah, right.
That
right.
shit is so crazy.
Like, come on. Like this guy, of course, if you can't get good at boxing when you have 24 hours out of the day and millions of dollars to get better,
Yep.
I'd be fucking surprised. And he's been doing this now, what, 3-5 years?
Yeah.
So
He's pretty good. He's
Yeah.
he's a good boxer for sure. It's not, you can't say that he's bad at boxing.
And how good is that fucking acro yoga shit? Doing that all the time. Like,
Yeah.
can it be that much better?
I know.
Like you watch that shit, you're like, come on, bro, just stretch. Come
I
on, what are
actually
we doing?
didn't know what the fuck that was. I had to
didn't
look
know
it
what
up.
it was either.
I had to look it up. It's acrobatic yoga.
Yeah,
I didn't-
that's the shit you see couples doing on Instagram. You know what I mean? Where
And they
they're like,
fuck after too.
Yeah, dude.
So I was just waiting for him to suck that dude's dick.
they're wearing like
I was like, when are they gonna fuck?
they're
Like,
wearing like tiny itty bitty little clothes and shit, and they're
Yeah,
stretching
yeah.
each other out. Like that's what you usually see, and then you see these guys doing it. It's like, all right,
They're
come
trying
on,
to like
bro.
spice up a marriage or something. It's
Yeah,
just
they're
getting,
trying to spice up the
stale.
training,
It's
dog.
getting stale.
dude, but fucking I was watching the UFC fight instead of that fucking shit show, and
Dude.
Robert Whittaker, dude.
Looks so good.
I've never seen that fool just whoop someone's ass like
One,
that.
two,
He's
head
nice,
kick.
bro.
Head kick.
So nice, dude.
There's a
And he
reason.
did it multiple times, changed levels with it too.
Mhm.
There's a reason why he's like the number 1 contender, dude. Fighting the ranked number 9 guy, and that's what you get.
And
It was a
Gaston was
shutout.
supposed to be the wrestler. He couldn't take him down. I was like, dude, you have nothing for him.
I was actually kind of impressed with. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Whittaker dominated his ass, but Gaston was kind of like, I was just
moving
impressed
forward.
with his will,
He's
like
a
the fact
gamer,
that he
though.
literally never, like, he was in it till the motherfucking end, and he still kind of was landing a little bit on Whittaker. Whittaker was definitely outlanding him way more.
Yeah.
But you look at Whittaker's face, like he got through a little bit.
I mean, he hits hard.
Yeah,
like
motherfucker
Gastelum
hits
fucking
hard.
hits hard. Look at Adesanya's face.
Yeah.
He's the only person that did the Adesanya. So he's always game. It's just he fights a similar style, in my personal opinion, like Whittaker fights, in and out. very low hands. But
Yeah.
you're not going to do that to Whitaker. That's his game.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, you've adapted your style to look like his. You're not going to beat the dude.
And
that
also
does
he's
better
like
than you.
naturally a little smaller too. So
Mhm.
like a lot of his punches, like Whitaker would just get out of the way, and it was just
Yeah.
like, dude, you're just
He's very elusive. He's like a brawling buff version of fucking Wonderboy Thompson, dude.
Yeah.
Whitaker?
Right?
Yeah.
And
For
they
real.
fought each other, right? And then Thompson
They
beat
did.
Whitaker.
That was at 170 when he
Yeah.
was cutting a bunch of weight.
Mhm. And that's the thing too. It's like he's so elusive, super evasive. His jab is so fast.
so nice.
As a viewer, I didn't know when his jab was coming.
Also, his takedowns, bro. He
Yeah.
landed on some nice, like fucking tosses. Like his takedowns, the timing on them were like
Dude,
he's
these
just all around.
He's getting
just
better,
fucking
dude.
incredible.
He's adding that to his game because he knows he's probably gonna have to do that.
Him and Izzy again are gonna be is gonna be a good fucking fight.
It might be different, man. Who knows? Like, watching how much
Yeah.
better Robert Whitaker got, it might be a lot more competitive.
Yeah, I hope so, just for the sake of the fight, because he's probably gonna get the title shot next.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to think like, man, it's gonna be competitive, but just because Izzy's so good. But if there's ever a guy to do it, it's gonna be Rob Whitaker.
Who do you guys have? Kamaru Usman, or do you have Jorge Masvidal?
Dun, dun. My heart is with Masvidal. I really, I like them both. I like Usman a lot. I love Masvidal. It's just hard to bet against Usman because he's so dominant and so like it's just when someone's so good at wrestling, it's hard to bet against him because wrestling's like seems to be the ultimate fucking skill.
Also, his striking has gotten so much better. His jab is nuts.
It's a lot better.
It's cuckoo, dude.
But against Masvidal, I'm sure the stand-up's going to be a little more competitive, but Masvidal is so slick on his motherfucking feet. I don't know,
Make
bro.
a pick. What do you got? Go Masvidal.
I'm going Masvidal. I'm just following my heart.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna go with Masvidal.
Who you going with?
I was definitely I was like all in on Usman, but as the days go on, I'm starting to lean heavier towards Masvidal. But I think it's that wishful thinking going on. I think Usman's gonna do it. I just think he's just too dominating, bro. Like Usman is like the stereotypical like championship mindset fighter, and Jorge Masvidal is like a risk taker. He's like the truest form of a risk taker. When it works, it fucking works, dude. You know. But I think Usman is just on a different level in all the areas, and the overall package is just going to be tough to beat with Jorge Masvidal style. Like for him to beat Usman, he's gonna have to show something completely different.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to show something completely different.
Go ahead.
I'm always going to go for the reason why I find it very hard for somebody to take out Usman, because Usman as a champion fights like he's a contender.
Yeah,
That's the
so
weird,
hungry.
Yeah,
bro.
he's an animal.
Yeah,
He's
that's
a
the
beast.
weird thing. When
And
you look at him, you wouldn't think he has a belt,
Right.
But he has the belt.
Anytime he experiences a little bit of adversity, you see some guys have shades of like them, like I don't want to say crumbling, but you see them like kind of waver a little bit. With Usman, as soon as he experiences any adversity, he just plots forward and just keeps going and keeps going. He's like the fucking Terminator.
That's why I like this fight though, because you have two guys. Masvidal is the same. Like no one has ever really beat like Masvidal's lost decisions, but no one's ever like Masvidal's
He's never been not
gotten,
competitive in a fight.
or gotten just fucked up or pieced up, like never.
Mhm.
And definitely will never broken ever or
Yeah.
close to broken ever. So and based off the last fight, like even though 6 days, right? But he stuffed a lot of Usman's fucking takedowns.
Yeah.
A lot.
That's I think that was the part that I was kind of shocked about. It's like, yo, he's actually doing pretty decent. And
Yeah.
he definitely gassed out. Obviously, he dropped like 20 pounds in 6 days, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
even know how the fuck you do that.
Right.
But so he was pretty gassed. He was gassed out after like the first round. Even Trevor Whitman was calling it. He goes, he has 2 or 3 of those rushes, and that's about it.
Mhm.
He was right.
Yeah.
He maybe did 2 more, and then he had nothing left.
Yeah, nothing, yeah.
So
And they basically just stalled out on the cage. Like
Yeah.
that was basically the fight. Like he had him against the cage. That was it. I mean, so I think with a camp where you're training for a guy and you're working on specific moves on how to get out of there, like you're focused on, obviously your cardio is going to be better, but you're focused on what you have to do in the fight against this particular dude. Like I think it's going to be way more competitive, and I think Masvidal can land on him and cut him up.
everybody needs to train in a cage at least once in their life. I think that, or just in a ring, because it's so exhausting. Because when I was training with Savant, we just had to do the first round was just me shadow boxing with no punches, right? So moving around and just defense. Your boy was done.
That's it.
I was done.
Yeah.
Got plantar fasciitis and shit.
That shit. I was done. I was like, I can't do this again.
Yeah,
like
that's just rough, bro.
How the fuck do people do this for fucking 12 rounds? It makes no sense.
And then imagine if someone was chasing you the whole time. You're like, fuck.
Yeah. And that's how Savant, he goes, imagine if somebody's in front of you and you have to work around them. He goes, I want to see you move. I want to see you move laterally, side to side. I want to see you go in and out. I'm like, fuck, come on, Savant, man. You know, it's my first lesson. Come on, dog.
And it's so different when you're sparring against someone in an open space versus a small area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So different.
You have to move a lot.
Yeah.
A shit ton, dude.
And the chance of you getting fucking socked in the face is a lot higher.
Yeah, dude. And I think like that small, when I was in that small ring, I'm like, there's no way that you're probably not going to get cut off at least a few times.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You have to learn how to use those ropes and defend.
It forces the inside fighting.
Yeah.
And also your movement, your head movement's got to be good. Angles have to be good.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes you way sharper. I mean, even when we trained like for the boxing match, I was actually glad we were training in that little area because when I was in the ring, I felt like, oh, I have plenty.
Yeah, you
of
have so much place to run.
Well,
I was like,
move
wow,
around.
I've got plenty.
Well,
of
you
room.
only had back and forth. That
was it.
It was really hard to move around somebody in that little area.
And you had all these little motherfuckers like Nico and Alex just walking you down like, fuck.
Nico's big, bro.
A big motherfucker, bro. He's. I think he's gonna fight in June.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He
we're
hits
doing his
fucking
nutrition
hard.
right now.
That motherfucker hits hard.
He's leaning out, that little motherfucker.
Oh, really? What's he gonna fight at? What weight?
I think 185.
Damn.
He's like 200 right now. He was cutting from like 210. So
I mean, he could get a lot lighter than that. 185. He's still chubby.
Yeah, he thick boned though. He thick.
He got a big old head, man. I remember hitting him a couple times and being like, "Fuck, this dude's head hurt my hand, bro." Like this guy.
That's Alex's head. Alex got that big ass dome, dude.
Alex's head doesn't even move. You hit it, and he's just like, it's just like the rock'em sock'em. He just goes into his chin a little bit, like down a little bit. Dunk, dunk.
Not even, bro. Like I've seen, he has the thickest neck and traps I've ever seen. So you hit him with something, it just like, bink.
It's gonna be
Like, what the fuck? Bro?
It's
goes
gonna be.
off of it.
I find it very hard to see him get knocked out because his neck is so thick. Like his brain's not gonna move.
It doesn't rattle, no.
Dude, there's a clip of me stepping off and throwing an overhand right on him, and then
David is hard too.
and I connected hard. I felt my knuckles in the side of his head.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, my bad, bro. I was like, I think I threw a little hard. He goes, nah, you didn't hit me in the head. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I hit you in the head. And then I looked at the video. It's a direct hit to his temple. And then he thought it didn't hit his head.
Wow.
He thought it hit his shoulder. I'm
Yeah.
like, dog, I'm never going to fight you ever.
Yeah.
I wonder if we threw a basketball at Alex's head like point blank, if he would realize, if he was like looking that way and we just throw the back of his head, I wonder if he would just like bink.
He would notice.
He goes, oh, man, a fucking bird shit on me, dog.
Hey, you want to say something? He looks around.
No, that was a kettlebell, Alex.
That was a car,
Bro.
bro.
Fucking dent in the kettlebell. The fuck? That fool's so thick. People,
Yeah, he really
people don't
is.
know him. And he's athletic, too.
And
which
he's
is
fast.
thick
He was
as hell, bro.
he's surprisingly fast.
surprisingly athletic.
I
which
remember I was
always
trying to
shocks
time
me.
him coming in, and he would just get to me, and he'd already be in my chest. And
He's
I was like, "What the
explosive,
fuck?"
bro.
I wasn't expecting it to be that. I was like, "Damn."
Short ass elbows in there. Bah!
That's why you just gotta run, bro. Just run. When in doubt, just
Yeah,
run.
but in that small ass fucking,
Nah,
there was
just
no way.
run, bro.
Literally, even stepping to the side, he's the whole thing. I was like, "Yep," and then he just catches
the
me. I'm
right
like,
hand is there if you step to the
fuck.
side.
Would you fight Jake Paul?
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, would I fight this dude? And I mean, obviously, if they're paying me, like, obviously, if I was getting paid that kind of money,
I got a daughter.
yeah, fuck.
She needs school supplies.
Yeah, for the money, I would for sure fight him.
You have to call out every single school supply she needs when you connect the head.
Yeah.
Lead pencil, bow. Rulers, bow. Protractor, child support.
That's a knockout blow, baby. He's like, oh.
I've never seen such a hard right in my life.
You can't disclose those earnings, though. You can't disclose them because
Can't disclose,
they'll
can't
take a
disclose.
percentage, yo.
Can't disclose. I would. He's way bigger than me, though. That dude's big
He's
as fuck.
big,
He a
dude.
big
I weigh
boy,
one,
bro.
probably like 46 right now.
Oh shit, he's like 60 pounds heavier than you.
Yeah.
He's a big
So
boy.
it's
I mean,
up to
I
you,
would.
David. It's up to you.
He's bigger than me too, though.
How much you weigh right now?
But this, I weigh 219 right now. But this is 219 out of shape.
Yeah.
Like in shape, I'd probably be like 190, 180. Because he slims down to 190.
Yeah.
He's thick.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a big dude.
Yeah, I'm not his size. I'm probably a good, like, if I got in fight shape, I'm probably 20, 30 pounds less than him.
Yeah.
Because your boy
So,
flabby, dude.
I guess Bart has to do it then.
Bart would have to do it, man.
Hard, dude.
Bart's going to do it, man.
Who's gonna do
Bart's
it?
gonna
Who's
do it.
gonna save us? You know,
Dog, there's a video clip.
Nobody.
He's
He's the Joker, bro. That motherfucker.
he's the Joker.
Jake Paul he's terrorizing the city.
He's
dog.
chaos right now.
he
He
has to
he's
be stopped.
Thanos,
just
bro.
wants to
like-
see the world burn.
Yeah.
Motherfucker just wants to
There's
not
a
even
video clip of Joji Tsukawa saying that he would box Logan Paul. This is before that he was boxing.
Oh yeah.
He goes, I'll beat his ass. I'm like, Joe, I don't know anymore, man. Like, Logan Paul be training, dude.
Logan or Jake?
Logan. This is
Okay.
when he did the Japanese Suicide Force thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Joe was like, I'll fuck his ass up. I was like, I don't know anymore. Like that.
It's funny how everyone want to whoop their ass, and then they can actually kind of fight, and everyone's like, "Fuck."
It's like, God damn it.
Well, like Logan Paul, he seems pretty likable now compared to Jake Paul too. Like,
Yeah.
he seems like he's a little more down to earth, and he's like the more likable brother of the two. And then Jake Paul just went full heel.
Yeah.
He just went, you know what? I'm gonna be a fucking
Logan-
piece of shit.
I'll tell you this, though. Logan looks substantially worse than Jake at boxing.
Yeah.
Like, Jake
Oh, yeah.
looks a lot better than Logan.
Yeah, way smoother.
I was shocked because I saw like Logan Paul's his bag work. Boy, stiff.
Yeah, super
Very
stiff.
weird cross, very disengaged cross, very
Doesn't keep
low.
his hands up.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? So when you look at Jake, Jake looks like a boxer.
Yeah, he looks smooth.
I
He's
think
nice.
if
He's
they box each other, I'm putting my money on Jake.
I think so.
Oh
too.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you think that's gonna happen next?
No, they're not gonna fight each other.
Jake and Logan.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think their parents
so.
would allow it.
That's the ultimate payday, though.
I think their manager's their dad or something, right?
I don't know.
I don't think the parents would allow that shit.
Nah.
About them.
That would you want to talk about pay-per-view buys though. Those
Yeah.
two boxing each other would sell so much.
For sure.
Because they just
Brother versus brother.
well,
That's
those
a
are two people that everybody wants to see get knocked out.
ultimate storyline.
Yeah.
They start
Yeah.
making out like the end of fucking Bruno and shit.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter who loses, everybody wins.
Yeah, everyone wins.
They go, cool. One of these guys
Jake
is
beats
knocked
him
out.
though, for sure.
Oh, for sure, Jake is gonna beat his
Yeah.
brother's ass.
It's just so crazy how they leveraged all this together. Like how they made this a thing now. And low key, like this might be a hot take, but fucking Jake Paul might be, you know,
The best
The-
YouTube boxer.
the biggest boxing fight in the game right now. Like as far as like eyes and exposure
Oh yeah, as far
across
as
the, and money. Like I'm still like so flabbergasted that they sold 1.5 million.
Yeah.
And that's like top 10 of all pay-per-views ever. Like
It's a
they
new-
cracked the top 10. Dude.
I mean, it's a new audience.
Yeah.
It's like people who bought that fight aren't people who watch boxing.
yeah.
No.
It's the YouTube audience. They're
Yeah.
the ones who bought all that shit.
They're trying
So
to watch Justin Bieber in concert, bro. Did you watch any of the performances?
I heard they were terrible, dude. I
it
heard
was
so
too
bad.
many, and it was really funny because like Pete Davidson was like one of the he was like the comedian for the panel or whatever, and he goes into like Jake Paul's locker room and he's like interviewing them, and apparently like he's like, yeah, Ben Askren's a fucking loser, like yeah, I'm rooting for you or whatever, and then he goes in Ben Askren's locker room, and then Ben Askren's like, hey man, why did you call me a loser just now?
Of course, Ben Askren don't give a fuck.
He's like, hey man, like what the fuck is that about? Like
Yeah.
that's not really that cool. And then he was like, oh well, you actually said something about me earlier. And he goes, oh okay, I'm sorry. And then they were like chopping it up, and he's like, yeah, I want you to win. And he's like going back and forth to locker room, like, oh, I think you're gonna win. He's like, no, I think you're gonna win.
What a
Davidson-
dumbass fucking event, dude. Huh?
Yeah, it's just like everything about it was like a shit show. I can't
It was
believe
the worst.
What's
it was terrible.
Yeah.
It was a fucking hot mess. But people fucking watched it, which is so mind blowing.
Celebrity boxing it's the new sport. It's the hottest thing. I was showing Nick earlier a clip of a bunch of YouTuber and TikTokers boxing each other. But there is going to be another event where TikTokers versus Viners or some shit.
Yeah, some shit.
YouTubers, and they have like big name TikTokers and big name
Someone's
YouTubers.
gonna fucking die, bro.
Maybe, man.
Low
There was
key.
It's possible.
so they did one recently at Tengoose, and
spot?
Is that the
Your
real
spot.
punchlines?
Yeah.
Real punchlines.
and there was a kid too. He's a really cool kid. I met him on JK News a few years ago. This guy's super dope. Like I like him a lot. His name is Alex Wassabi. Alex has been boxing for quite a while,
Sucks.
and then
Yeah.
Trash. I'm just kidding.
yo,
But I'm not. But or am I?
commit, dude.
I said it.
Okay, there you
Okay,
go.
the guy sucks.
So I was actually shocked, right? And this is not to knock on Alex. Like I saw him do pad work. Boy got fast hands or whatever. And then you see him in this boxing match, and it looks nothing like his pad work. I was a little shocked. I'm like, hey man, Alex, you got to probably switch up your coaches because this is not it. Like if you've been boxing for damn near fucking 3 years and you look like that, you have gotten your money stolen from you.
He got beat by a guy that boxed like what?
Like a month or something like that.
Wow.
I mean, he was substantially bigger than him, but this guy too. If it's true that he's only been training for a month to box, he didn't look good, but for a month he looked great. So that just goes to show if he does have real training, he'll kill somebody.
But you know
Yeah.
what it is though? It's like when you watch those guys spar or whatever, or fight or whatever, you realize that one person's on a different level of intensity, and the other person is just like, oh, I'm just here to box.
Yeah.
You know, the guy that had a month of boxing,
he's ready to kill.
he was getting after it.
Yeah.
And people don't really think about that shit when it comes time to fight. Like when you get someone that's really trying to fucking murder you versus someone that's like, oh yeah, I'm here to compete. Like it's a different mindset.
Yeah, because Alex got TKO'd with like a body shot or something. And so they were doing some kind of battle royale version where you were boxing multiple people in the same day, which is fucking nuts. It was like the OG, what's it called?
Someone's going to fucking die, bro.
Yeah.
Like you get guys.
OG Grand Prix, dude. That's what it was.
You put like the other event, the one with the Ace Family guy or whatever the fuck, that event. They have guys on there that are only boxing for like a couple months. And they're gonna fight another guy who's been boxing for a couple years, like this shit. Like the guy Alex Wassabi boxing for 3 years versus the guy that's only been boxing 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
Like on paper, that's not very safe. And they're just
because Alex won his first match in there, and I think he TKO'd that guy. And then it's like the Grand Prix thing where they fight.
They have to
somebody.
fight the next.
Exactly. So he had to fight.
And it's like there's no commission there. Like it's a shit show.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And the ref is doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, yeah, they have headgear and all that shit, but like, come on, man. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, do it right. If you're gonna do it right.
Dude, have you guys ever seen on YouTube? I think it's called Battle for Thermopylae. Have you guys ever seen this?
No.
So it's basically Grand Prix style. It's like but these guys are
the Russian cats.
These guys are it's all Russian.
Of course, it's Russian.
But they're
those
pros.
boys get down,
they're
bro.
pros, and there's 5 dudes, and it's a skinny like long ring. So basically, it's like from probably the ring,
like
the
a closet.
ropes are from like here to here, and it's just long.
So that's brawl or die. That's it.
Yeah. It's a hallway.
Literally just immediate fucking get down kicks. It's kickboxing. I think they throw elbows, so it's Muay Thai. I don't know if they allow you to clinch and stuff, but there's one video of this guy that he literally takes out all 5 dudes. He's the first guy. He fights the first guy, beats him up. Second guy, and I'm talking about like beast, like he's getting cracked, and he fucks up all 5. He on his own takes out 5 motherfuckers, and it's like whole like gangster ass get downs each one of them.
Get this dude in the UFC immediately.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Speaking of guys that should be in the UFC, have you watched Street Beefs?
No,
that's where they fight. Like
you talking about Mighty Mouse, the other Mighty Mouse, the white guy with the tattoos on his body.
It might be. They're like fighting in hay.
Yeah.
It's like a ring, but it's like a makeshift hay.
There's a dude named Chino. He's a Filipino dude that boxes.
Hey, but the best guy, his name is I totally forgot his name, but he represents Shinigami Dojo, and he wears a red gi. He's a big fat dude, big fat white dude. And he's been fighting on this promotion all the time. And his number one thing, they always go to the guy and that who's gonna fight. And he's like, yo, my name is Alex. I'm fighting out of Whittier, California. And they go to this dude and he goes, fighting out of Shinigami Dojo. Shout out to my girl Rachel. And then he just head kicks these motherfuckers, bro.
You talking about the fat white guy, right?
Yeah. Shout out to my girl Rachel. That's his shit, dude.
Hell yeah, bro.
It's pretty ghetto, dude.
It's crazy. Ghetto. It's dope.
They have titles like fucking Long Beach Crip versus KKK leader.
Yeah.
Like shit like that.
That's the shit that we want to see.
That sounds like felony fights.
Yeah.
Remember felony fights?
Dog, that's
wow.
See,
it's so wild, man.
If we could get rid of the Triller shit and then just put that on the bigger stage, I'd watch that.
Put on felony fights. Bring back felony fights.
Felony fights used to be
There was
crazy,
one where
dog.
there's it's like a 4-on-4 free for all. One dude has nunchucks, another dude has like a kendo stick.
Holy shit.
One dude
This
has
is
like a
gladiator
bat,
shit, bro.
and they just the guy that's announcing it, the ref, the fucking Herb Dean of the situation, and he's like about to announce. He's like, "Are you motherfuckers right?" He's all like skinny ass white dude. Definitely meth has been in his life.
Yeah.
And then right before he says fight, he goes, "This is ultimate gangster shit at its finest." Fight! I was just like, yeah. He's like, this is gangster shit at its finest.
Fucking motherfuckers die.
The best part of Street Beefs is literally when they introduce themselves.
Yeah,
it's like
that's the best
most
part.
ridiculous
This is
shit
my girl
ever.
Rachel.
Shout out to my girl Rachel.
Because if you see like a hood dudes, they always say like the same typical shit. It's like, hey, what's up? It's your boy Alex out here, man. You know what it is, baby. 546-9-76847. It's like
I'm gonna call you.
Like, what's
I'ma
with all
call
these
you.
numbers, bro? Where are you from? It's like,
Yeah.
you know what it is, baby. Tree frog.
Shout out to Tree Frog.
Yeah, shout outs to Tree Frog, baby. It is what it is, and they can't scrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
bro.
worst
It's wild.
idea ever, man.
Street beefs.
There used to be this old promotion back in the day called Cops versus Cons.
Oh,
that
I
shit?
remember. I went to it.
Yeah, bro, that shit used to be crazy.
Wait, you went to an event?
You were there too. Savant cornered
Savant
somebody.
used to- bro, this
he
is
cornered
like
somebody.
this is when we first started training.
Like legit cops?
It was
versus-
like in-
bro, legit Cops versus Cons.
well,
dog.
guys
Like,
that used to be cops or work cops, like some of them were like used to work in a prison as prison guards, and the felons were guys that were in jail, obviously, for who knows what the fuck
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
But it was the guy. Who's the guy from Friday that he died?
Debo.
Debo. He was the announcer.
Yeah.
Debo was the announcer.
bro, that shit used to be so hood.
It was grungy, dude. Like
That
it
shit
was
is
like in
wild.
a LA. Not it wasn't the Coliseum. It was like a convention center or something.
It was like it was hood as fuck.
I remember people like started.
People
Savant
got
almost
stabbed and shit.
Savant almost got down with the crowd. Like
what the fuck?
And we're just
It was crazy.
we're like 18. Like what the fuck are we doing here,
Yeah,
bro? Yeah, it was hood as shit.
Dude, fighting is so crazy, man.
Yeah.
People don't know how crazy amateur underground MMA fights were. And it was so mismatched. The first amateur MMA fight that I went to, I think I told this on the podcast before, but I'll tell it again. There was a dude that literally looked like he hasn't trained a day in his life. And there was another guy who looks like all he does is train, right?
Yeah.
They go into this fucking cage. He comes in, picks up the motherfucker, slams him on his neck, done in like 5 seconds. And the guy gets up, and the dude that was training looked pissed. He's like, the fuck is this? You know, he was not happy about his win. I'm like, what the fuck were you thinking? Why would you go in there?
Yeah, right. Why would you?
And you could tell when the guy's warming up how bad he is.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy, he can't be the guy that's about to fight right now.
Yeah.
Dog,
impossible.
you'd be surprised. Every promotion that we've, at least like not some of the higher level pro shows, but some of the promotions that we've been to go coach and corner, you see like amateur wise, you'll see guys that just show up with no corners and they'll go fight. And they're always crazy.
Has their Subway
They have to
shirt
be.
on after they just got off a shift.
Bro, they're
Take
always
the visor off.
it's always a shit show,
Little
and you
gloves.
always know it's gonna end bad. Like there was one chick that was like doing capoeira and shit, and I was like, "Yo, please don't fight." And guess what happens is that they'll go fight, and they'll ask one of the other cornermen, like, "Hey, can you do me?" Like the promoter will come up to us and be like, "Hey, do me a favor and like corner this person."
Like,
Sometimes-
what is your name?
Yeah.
Like, fuck,
like,
man.
Like, what the fuck am I don't know this guy. This guy probably sucks, you know, and he's gonna fight some guy who is also a professional.
Ugh.
And who's really there to who's really about that life and who's just trying to get some wins on his record, you know, and they're going to fight. And guess what happens? Always a slaughter. And then there was times where we would go to like a certain casino, an Indian reservation casino, where like the reason why they fight there is because it's
Because the shit's illegal, dude.
yeah, it's illegal to do, but it's like on sacred ground. So like no commission. It's all good. It's like a weird technicality. We're in a fucking casino. We're in the bathroom of like a sports like coliseum. Actually, not a coliseum. It's a gymnasium, yo. We're in the fucking bathroom stall. Some guy's taking a shit. We're warming up in there. Right?
what the
So
fuck?
let me tell you. So Heinrich's first pro fight. Usually people go there to like kind of get some experience because it's kind of hard to get a pro fight if you don't have any fights under your pro card.
Yeah.
So we go there. The guy says, "Okay, you have a fight, but here's the deal. The guy you're going to fight, Heinrich, is going to fight earlier in the day, amateur. But if he gets knocked out, you're not going to have a fight."
The fuck?
And Heinrich's like,
fuck?
Heinrich's like, he made weight already, right? He showed up ready to fight. He sold tickets. People came all the way out there. It was like 2-hour drive, bro, to the middle of butt fuck nowhere.
Oh no.
It's the longest day of our lives already.
Oh.
And we're sitting there like, all right, fuck it. The guy goes out and fights amateur. So he's going to fight amateur earlier in the night, and then he's going to fight Heinrich in a pro
What
fight.
the fuck is this?
Exactly. Bro, this isn't like 2014. You know what I mean? Like this wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
And guess what happens? First 10 seconds gets obliterated.
The guy Heinrich was supposed to fight?
Just gets
Murdered?
knocked the fuck out. Where we're like, this is not okay.
What the fuck?
So Heinrich doesn't have a fight.
So he didn't fight.
Didn't fight. So we're like,
Oh my God.
Oh my god, bro.
And then we
Oh
go
my
back again,
God.
go through the whole thing. I saw one guy, he just got knocked out. And this company, this promotion has a stable of fighters, right? But these fighters aren't really fighters. They're just some Joe Schmo that like, hey, you want to make a couple $100?
Oh
You just
my
fight.
God,
And
dude.
they don't really train. This guy comes out. He just got knocked out. He's like, fuck, man, I lost. And this one dude is on deck. So on deck.
Fuck, man, I lost.
And then he starts selling popcorn in the crowd. It's like,
Oh, no, no,
what the fuck?
Get back to work, idiot.
On deck means that you're about to walk out. The fight just ended. You're going to play your entrance and you're going to walk out. So you got to be ready to go. You have your cup, you have your bucket, you have your team, you're walking out. The guy that's about to walk out, that's on deck, goes, fuck, I don't have a cup. The guy that just got KO'd comes out and goes, hey man, you need a cup?
Hell no. Hell. Are you?
Let me finish. He goes, yo, let me get a cup. Pulls a cup out of his fucking dick, right? And he goes, hey, man. And he goes, thanks, bro. Puts it in. That guy gets
Damn, the curse of the bad cup, dude.
Bro, and then there was
fucking disgusting.
Hold on, there's one more. One guy fights, professional. He's trying to get W's so he can make it to the big show, right? He comes out of a big camp. The other guy comes out. He's one of the stable guys, right? He's just there to show up to fight. He's wearing basketball shorts. Okay? Basketball shorts.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
When you go fight MMA, you can't fight with anything with pockets. So what do they do to fix this problem with the basketball shorts?
They
stitched it up.
This is what you do. Just wear some MMA shorts. Find someone with you. No, this is not what they do. Let me tell you. They grab tape.
Yeah.
They taped up around his waist.
Oh my God.
And then it gets even better, dude. They start fighting. They have to keep stopping the fight because this guy's cup keeps falling out. You know why the cup keeps falling out of his pants? Because he's not wearing compression shorts under his basketball shorts. He's wearing Hanes underwear. You can see the fucking label, bro.
Oh
like
my
white tighty whities
God.
with a gray band, yo. This dude cups keep falling. He keeps falling out.
Wow.
The ref has to be like, fuck it. It's over. Like it happened like 4 times. The poor guy that did the fight camp, did everything the right way, is just like, fuck.
Wow.
Because he trained all that, barely get to fucking fight this dude because the guy's cup keeps falling out of his fucking pants.
Wow,
Isn't that fucking crazy?
That is nuts.
pure trash, dude.
It's wild, bro.
That's why people don't understand how bad some of these amateur fights are, dude.
Dog.
And there's a lot of people out there that think that they could fight and they don't know how to. I just showed, dude, did you see the clip of the dude that walked into the boxing gym and was just talking mad shit to the coach there?
Yes, I did see that.
That guy
Bro.
looks like he's been methed out for days.
What an idiot, bro.
That was bad, man.
Yeah, he got the shit.
That dude he just had hip surgery 6 weeks ago, the coach.
Oh,
That's-
that dude fucking him up?
Yeah, so if you look at the coach,
He's hobbling, bro.
so if you look at the beginning of the video, the coach is hobbling because he had hip surgery. He fucks this guy
Whooped
up
his ass.
so bad.
My boy's mentally ill, dog. That's what I think. When I see a guy walk into a gym like that, it's like, oh yeah, I can fight. He's probably like
Or
a little-
drunk or something. What's
Yeah,
wrong
he
with
was like,
bro?
you don't think I fucking researched you before I came here? What the fuck do you think I am? I'm like, yo, this guy's being mad aggressive. And he goes, what, you didn't have none of this? He starts like play fighting with him. And you could tell the coach is so fucking irritated. He's like, all right, cool. He's like messing around, doing hand traps or whatever. And then he goes, it's time to unload.
Yeah.
Body shot.
One punch.
Pow! Hook. And then he wants to quit. And because he wants to quit, the coach is getting angrier.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, you don't get to quit after you were talking this mad shit.
He's like,
Let's
keep
go.
your fucking hands up, bro.
Yeah. That
Damn it,
shit
when he
was
rushed
bad.
him, he cracked him, I think with a hook or
Yeah.
straight, and sent him literally across the whole fucking ring.
But
I was laughing so
it's
hard.
crazy because you get guys that come into gyms like that.
People are crazy. I
all
don't
the
understand.
time, bro. All the time, people motherfuckers do that shit.
People are crazy. I don't get how, like, something's gotta be off.
Yeah, you're
'Cause, like,
mentally
Just
ill, bro.
how could you be that dumb, you know?
I don't know, man. I punched somebody in the head not too long ago because he was talking.
Oh, yeah.
So, there's a lot of people like that, and you guys were witnesses. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like it's pretty common, though. It's actually more common than I thought it was going to be.
Well,
hey,
everybody thinks.
hey, he deserved it. I don't give a fuck. I feel guilty at first. I'll feel no guilt no more.
No, it's over. The time has passed. Everybody thinks they can fight.
I forgot about that
thinks-
assault.
Everybody.
Self-defense.
Yeah.
Red welt.
There was a gray area, and it was like leaning more towards like assault. You know, what I mean? There's like self-defense and then assault, and then you were like
on the spectrum, like
yeah, you were hanging out in the middle, but lean more assault.
I fight until the bell rings. Until the ref pulls me off, dude. Super necessary, dude. That's what that shit was.
That was super
Yeah,
necessary.
that was very necessary.
That was the first time I got that mad to hit somebody, though, in a very, very long time. Years,
Yeah, 'cause
maybe
you're-
years.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. What are you gonna do?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're a terrible person. What are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
remember when you were stuttering on this podcast?
See, stand behind it. Terrible person.
Yeah.
No, you're a
Hey,
terrible
you're not
person.
sweating today. You're doing good. See?
I know. And you told the story.
Hey, don't talk to me like that, you little bitch. Hey, don't be. You're not sweating today. Yeah, bro. Very different circumstances. All right.
No, I thought it was
If
hot
you
in
want me
here.
to get spicy and hot, I'll get fucking hot.
Don't
Okay.
you fucking talk to me like that.
Yeah, bro. You can get me mad. I'm gonna start sweating. How about that?
Just trying to act like it
and
was-
I'm out of water, bro. Come on.
act like it was hot in here, dude. You're doing fine right
Hey,
now.
I did it by myself, baby.
That was great, dude.
I could
You did-
regulate
you-
my own internal
That was a good
temperature.
story. That was a good story.
Cool, thanks, man.
I was actually, while you were saying it, I was like, wow, he's actually pulling this one off.
I was picturing everything.
I was like, wow.
It was amazing.
Hey, sometimes I tell stories good. Sometimes I just fucking get tired and I waver off. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? It's just
You
part
could
of
just
my
say
thing.
sometimes I don't, but all right.
Yeah, you know. And then sometimes I don't. Third option.
So I was going into another story that goes nowhere.
So the thing about
And
Eric
then
Andre
sometimes
is, right? You
when
guys
I
know
wake
Eric
up-
Andre? Hey, bro.
Flashback to 2 hours ago, Nick's in the mirror practicing the story. I was like, so his cup it kept falling out.
We're gonna be talking
All
about
right,
MMA.
it kept
Take these
falling
notes.
out.
Hey, man, some people aren't stand-up comedians. What do you want me to do? Okay, I'm just a guy, and I'm just here. You asked me to be here. I'm just a guy.
That's fucking fun. I have a podcast I record with Mariel, and you guys will hear the full story there. But Mariel caught me. So every now and then I'm writing if I think of a really funny stand-up set, I'll write it in my phone. But then I don't know what it sounds like, so I have to say it out loud, right? So I've been doing that in the shower. And so she caught me after I got out of the shower. I'm butt naked, balls out, everything, but I'm in front of the mirror saying the set.
Yeah.
And then I just hear this door slightly open, and she just goes, "What are you doing?"
What are you dead?
That's my fucking butt naked. I'm like, oh shit, fucking embarrassed as fuck.
Hey, but when you're in the zone, you're in the zone, though. You
Let
know
me tell
what
you
I mean?
something.
Dick just getting harder as you're saying these punchlines. And then
This is funny. This is funny.
said to the guy.
And then the punch, as I said to the guy, the punchline hits, and then my dick it pushed me further and further away from the
Whoa.
It's like, what are you doing? Bitch, be gone. Leave me alone.
I'm in my process.
Your artistic process.
Yeah, she fucking embarrassed the fuck out of me though.
Hey, that happens, bro.
Yeah,
man.
that's fucking hilarious.
Because I get into this weird zone where I'm trying to picture a crowd there, and then you just zone the fuck out. And then I'm working on the set, and it turned out the set wasn't that funny, so she didn't even hear a good joke. So that fucking sucked.
You didn't get there yet. You
Yeah.
were gonna get
Yeah,
there.
And then I started telling the story about Eric Andre.
And then she was like, "Oh my god, that's so funny."
The
just had
joke
to be
was
there.
actually his joke.
She goes, "Where did you hear that story? It must have been so good the first
I was
time
like,
you
I
heard
think
it."
I could salvage Nick's story. And I started telling it, and then Mary was like,
Yeah.
it still doesn't work.
That was the joke.
She's like, where's it going? She brought out her phone
Where's it going?
with the Google
Google
Map.
Maps.
Here, tell me where this
Tell me
is
where.
going.
Tell me where this is going.
What the fuck? Yeah, that was really weird. Just a fat
Yeah.
naked dude in front of a mirror. And it's a foggy mirror, too. I can't even see myself.
Trying to tell jokes all serious.
Yeah.
But
like
that-
a fucking Eminem and shit. Hear the sound in the music. You
But
want
you have a
it.
gray sweater on only. That's it. And you
Yeah.
have a hoodie on.
My cup kept on falling out. Shit was all weird.
Oh my god, dude, that's hilarious.
That's
so funny.
It was pretty fucking embarrassing, man. It didn't feel good.
But when you're in the zone, you're in the zone, dude. Right? You,
Yeah.
Like you're focused on something, and you're just.
Well, she gets scared a lot because I talk to myself when I'm thinking of fucking stand-up shit. And so, because I'm mumbling it. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. This would be funny. How is the setup going to be
the
here?
beats, the rhythms.
Yeah, and then so it's just literally a crazy person just walking around in circles in the house, just having that say with them.
Don't know.
Now that's mental illness, my
Yeah,
body.
like, hey, that's gonna be pretty funny. You know, like, hey,
That's so funny, dude. I mean, but you have to. I do that too. Like when I'm writing at the coffee shop, like,
Yeah.
but and I'll start acting like faces out and stuff, and then I'll catch myself, and sometimes I see people looking at me like, yeah, because it's literally like just picture a dude writing, and then out of nowhere he's just like, you know, and they're like, and then goes back to writing, and the dude's like, with his kids, like, what the fuck?
Or they're thinking like, that's some good shit.
my cousin.
That's
when I-
fire.
Hey,
That's
my
fire,
boy.
dude.
when I
That's
was
the one.
first
That
doing
coconut
stand
dope, that's
up,
what shit is
That one's
fire.
worth money.
my fucking cousin saw me mumble to myself like that, and this is when we were like going to church a lot, so we believed in all this possession shit and all this like
shit.
spiritual shit.
Oh, he thought you got the Holy Ghost,
And
bro.
so it's like, so we had a church in this area called Bradshaw, and Bradshaw is like fields and shit. And so at night, there's no lamps. It's just your car lights, and you just drive down this like farm town. And so he's driving me back to the house, and I'm sitting there because I'm about to do an open mic that night. Oh, not that night. I'm sorry, not that. It was Friday. So Saturday. So the day after, because we had like a church event on Friday. And so I'm super fucking nervous. So all I'm doing is working the set that I'm about to do. And this is like when I just started stand-up, fucking fresh. I'm a teenager too, so I had a fake ID,
Right.
So I was out here just fucking.
That's my favorite. That little laugh is my favorite.
Yes. And then my cousin looks over, he goes, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, What am I doing? He's like, "Dude, you're fucking scaring me. Stop that shit." I'm like, "What am I doing?" He goes, "You're fucking talking to yourself." That's when I realized that when I'm working these sets, I just keep saying shit out loud. Now it's become, I don't know when I do it. I just do it. And she sees it all the time, so it freaks her out.
That's so funny.
But I've never explained it to her until she caught me butt naked doing my Eminem set.
How relieved did she feel after you told her? She was like, oh, that's for comedy?
Well,
oh,
she fucking talks to herself all the time, too. It scares me.
Yeah.
But then I think it was just the butt naked thing that was just very unsettling.
Yeah, it's just an odd picture.
Or she just was like,
what is she talking about?
Huh?
What is she talking about? Because he's not doing comedy, so what's she talking about?
I'm like, you're not even doing comedy, you fucking
She's practicing
weirdo.
for her Zoom meetings, okay? She has
She's talking to her spirits. No,
Oh,
she
nice.
she does, I guess,
yeah.
so what she told me, the source of her talking to herself is that because she knows so many languages, she has a fear of messing up when she speaks. But before she has a presentation or something, she likes to work out her words before so she doesn't sound stupid.
So it's her own version of stand-up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But hers is mad boring. It's Excel sheets. At least I'm fucking.
Maybe I should start doing that. I'll start practicing my stories and shit. I'm gonna re-workshop that Eric Andre thing, and I'm gonna be like, yeah. So like,
No, please don't do
No,
that.
I'll work on it.
That was done.
I'll work on it.
Hey,
You know, if I ever go to hell, that moment's gonna replay. And they're like,
hey,
over
guess
and
what?
over.
Yep.
Infinity.
Hey, guess
For
what?
infinity, you must listen to Nick's Cell stories.
You only laugh for the first like 5 minutes, and you're like, all right, this is too much. Okay,
Yep.
please stop.
It's a story that never fucking ends, dude.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
That would be hell. Huh?
Sometimes you got some good stories like that.
What would you think hell if you had to go to hell? Like, what would you?
Waiting for you to get to here after making us wait for 2 hours. That's what would be hell. That would be my own
Really?
personal hell.
That's it?
Yeah. That's
That's
probably
it, or
it.
whatever.
Okay.
No.
Would you ever do stand up?
No, I don't
You
really have
should
any
do it,
interest
bro.
in
I've been
dude.
trying to get him to do stand. You know what he said to me when I was like trying to get like when he was seriously kind of thinking about doing it.
I wasn't.
He was like,
oh wait. I wasn't kind of thinking about it.
You
I
were.
was never. Oh, you know my thoughts.
you
in
were
my
like,
fucking
you
brain, bro.
you literally said, I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, there was a period when I would talk to you and Tiff.
Nah.
I would talk to you and
Nah.
Tiff. Hey, this is years ago when I first started. I was like, bro, you're funny. I think you'd be a natural at it. I was like, and I would talk to you and Tiff, and you're like, you know what? Yeah, I think he was like, I think I might try it. I remember having that conversation a couple times.
You know, sometimes you say things to get people to shut the fuck up and like just leave me alone.
No.
about it.
And then he said, this is the reason why he didn't want to do it. Was he's like, you know what, man? Like, I don't want to like fall in. Like, what if I just love it too much and like I already got a lot of things.
Hey, this guy's full of shit, bro.
Bullshit thing I've ever heard. He was like, what if
shit,
like I just
bro.
say like I don't have time for another thing that I love. Like
now-
I love it too much.
Now you have to do a set.
Bro, I'm not doing no
That is
stand
the
up.
cockiest thing I've ever heard in my life. You are doing a set when this whole
Oh,
shit
the thing
goes
that
away.
I didn't say is the cockiest thing in
You
life,
said
bro.
that. I didn't make it up. You said that.
That's truth. If I've ever
said
seen
that.
truth in a man's face, that's truth
You
right
said
there.
that. You did say that.
It's like, listen, man, look, there's only one Louis C.K. I don't want to outshine my hero.
And I was like, Nick, just say you're scared. It's okay. It is scary.
Oh, man, I can't. I want to see you bomb on stage like
Hey
you
man, I
derived
already
the
bombed
seat.
right now. My pits are already sweaty thinking about
You
it.
honestly would be good though.
Don't fucking sweet talk me, bro. This fucking guy. I'm
This
not falling
fucking
for your
gabagook
fucking
over
trap.
here, dude.
Yeah, bro, this gabagook over here. Huh? This fucking guy. Nah, bro.
What would your first set be about?
fucking? I don't know. I don't think about telling jokes to people all the time.
What would you like say right now? You had to do a set. What would you talk about? What would you pull from?
I don't know, dude. I really don't know. I don't know what
Definitely
I would
your
say.
parents, your family, easy. Your dad, fucking hilarious. Okay. Wanted to get an RV. He wanted to get an RV and just live like on the road, like fucking Road Warrior style. That's
He just
hilarious.
wanted to leave our family. I don't think that's very funny, Patrick.
That is hilarious.
Well, not yeah, that actually is funny. Not if you say it like that, but it is really funny. There's funny in that.
Yeah, you know, he did move to Taiwan to escape our
I
family.
would love for you to do stand-up once. 10-minute set. 10 minutes easier than 5. 5 is
it,
harder.
though? Bro,
Well, because you have to somehow tell a story in 5 minutes and make those punchlines quick. I've always liked 10-minute sets over 5. 5 has been really hard.
5 is yeah. It's just daunting in the beginning. Like 10 minutes, you're like, fuck, I can't. It's actually not as long as you think, but
10 minutes goes fast.
you're right. 10 minutes is better because you have more time to like they can get to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
But if we ever do if we ever do this podcast live, you have to do stand up.
And we're going to be your openers.
Oh, yeah, it's like a bomb in harder. Nah, man, like, I
And
honestly,
I'm just going to sit there and laugh.
I honestly don't really like, I don't really see myself doing like stand up like that. Like, I really
Look how
don't.
serious he's getting, dude.
Hey,
Look
man, let me
how
tell you
serious.
something. You said,
Are you not being serious?
You said What am I falling in love with you? They fall
Nah, bro. It's like I got too many things that I like right now, and I don't have time for anything. So like, what if I love it too much? I don't want to fucking dedicate another time in my life. I'm like,
Bro,
what?
I honestly don't even remember saying that.
How can I be
Facts,
a fighter?
100%. Put out everything I love.
I do.
And also probably out of context because this guy likes to twist it
No,
up.
no.
But also though, I honestly, if I died today, which I'm fucking praying for, which I'm praying for to get out of this fucking conversation about me doing stand up. If I ever I don't have any interest in doing stand up at all. I put on everything I love. And I could die today.
I feel like if you did it one time, not to pursue a career, but if you just did it just to try it, and then you got some laughs, I bet you'd be like, fuck, that was really, really sick. You would feel that and be like, because you like to make people laugh naturally, and that's what the fuck stand up is.
Though,
listen,
you know what I mean?
Let me tell you this story. All right.
Let's hear it.
There was a guy that I started doing YouTube videos with back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was somebody that wanted to be a stand-up comic as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was doing stand-up, and then he was like, oh, I want to try stand-up too. And he was actually hitting the clubs a lot more frequently than I was at the time because I was doing YouTube. This is when I was in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be in my videos back in the day, right? He wanted to do stand-up, and he really believed that he was really great. So I went to see one of his sets, and he started off with a joke. He goes, hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. I have a really small dick, and I like to call him Maverick. You cannot do any worse than him.
That's true.
You cannot do any worse than that guy.
What does that mean though?
I don't know. Exactly. And I remember when he did that set, he came after me. He was like, hey, man, what did you think? And I just said, fantastic.
Yeah,
Maverick was my favorite part.
It was an Asian guy that opened up with a small dick joke. Already, nobody gives a fuck.
So don't do that.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
he just goes, shit.
Yeah.
Crosses it out.
What's funny? Oh yeah. Okay,
This guy was so fucking funny though. Let me tell you this jackass, right? So I found out later on that he was upset with me because I didn't bring him to LA with me. As if it was my responsibility.
Yeah,
what? You move all his shit or what?
He was like, so years passed by, and then he messages me on Facebook, right? And he goes, hey man, I just wanted to reach out to you. I think it was my birthday or something. It was like happy birthday or some shit that allowed him to say this fucking stupid ass thing that he wrote to me. He goes, yeah, I see that you're still doing well, blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to message you saying to be honest with you, I was really pissed at you that you left to LA and you didn't bring me with you. And I'm like, bro, that is the sorriest thing I've ever heard in my life. What am I, your fucking parent, bitch? Are you my latchkey child, you dumb fuck?
Yeah, right.
And so he writes this whole diatribe,
annoying,
he was upset at me that I didn't bring him with me. I'm like, bring you with me? You moved to LA. I moved to LA with absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Adult, dude.
Exactly.
You're an adult.
And so he writes this one thing where he goes, I just want to let you know that in terms of comedy and being funny, I don't think that you're funnier than me.
What a dick! That's the worst part.
So check this out. He goes, I don't think that you're actually funnier than me. It's just different, right? All I did was write back to him after reading this whole thing. I was like, I am funnier than you, which is why I'm where I'm at, and you're still a waiter. And I just left it at that.
And you're like, I hope you get married so I can fuck.
And then he comes back later on. And he starts writing this whole other diatribe about hey man, he was like, oh yeah, I'm writing the script right now, blah, 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 blah. I'm doing, he keeps updating me about his successes. I'm like, bro, I still haven't heard about you. Shut the fuck up. Just do well.
So he just emails you his
Wait,
fucking
this started as a
accomplishments?
happy birthday?
Or something like that. I think it was some kind of happy birthday or something.
Wait, you said happy birthday to him?
No, he said happy birthday to
me.
David.
Oh, he's like, by
and
the
then
way.
he was like, by the way, fuck you and you're not funny. Happy
Yeah.
birthday. Happy birthday, dog.
I was like, I'm not funnier than you. The guy that opened up his joke with, hey, I have a small dick and it's called Maverick. It's like, bro, you're the worst stand-up ever. Shut the fuck up.
I think he has potential.
That's rough.
Okay. Let me tell you a story about
Stand-up
Andre.
expert.
Yeah.
I think he has potential.
But that was such a weird, bitter thing to send to me because number one, I was super supportive of him. Even when he wasn't good, I told people to go watch his shows, to support him and everything else. And it was very odd for somebody to come and attack me. And I was like, bro, I will never, ever say anything good about you ever again after that. Because he doesn't know that I'm telling people yo, when he's out there in San, can you go watch his shows?
Yeah.
He's trying to make it out there. And out of nowhere, this bullshit fucking letter comes out of nowhere. And then a few years back again, he goes, yeah, I'm in talks with writing this TV show. And I'm like, how many times have I heard that from a million people? I'm in talks with writing a fucking TV show.
Right.
Shut the fuck up, guy.
Yeah.
Literally, I pray that one day he gets hit by a car.
Fuck, dude, what a piece
That's
of
crazy.
shit.
That's bitterness. That's like bitterness and jealousy, 100%. Like,
And what I wanted to tell him is like, you should be jealous of people who actually have real success. Like,
That's so crazy,
like,
bro.
what have I done really? Like, literally, like this is like Z level celebrity status. You should hate me when I'm actually successful. Then maybe I'd understand.
And what a slap in his fucking face, because he's like, fuck, I just wish I could have a piece of what you have. You know?
But he couldn't though. He was not good. And when he was trying to do YouTube videos, it was a version of what I was doing at the time, which albeit when I look back, my stuff wasn't great either, but his was terrible. And he couldn't, and YouTube was really easy to get
Can we
popular
find him now?
off. I'll show you guys the stuff later. YouTube was
We're gonna
really
put it in
easy
the clip right here, you guys.
to get popular off back in the day, and he still couldn't gather a following even when I would plug all of his shit.
oh, wow.
So he was not good.
It just
And
wasn't funny. Yeah.
He
It
just
wasn't
was
good.
not funny. Maybe he got funnier. Everybody has an ability to get funnier after he gets work, and maybe some other people shat on him. But we'll see what happened. But that was such a weird thing to go through. It's like you can go ahead and try to nurture somebody's talent as much as you want. If they're not good, they're just not good.
Yeah. I mean, I can't sing, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Not
be,
yet.
I'll never be a professional
Not
singer.
yet.
Yeah, you don't
Like
know
you
that.
could tell somebody that having online clientele for fitness is a really good idea 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. But it's just gonna take all the way till a pandemic, and then they'll be like, maybe this might work out.
Yeah.
Even though they could have been way more successful early on when I was giving away fucking business coaching for fucking free.
But,
Wow.
you know, that person has the tools now. You know, before they didn't have the tools, but now.
Oh no,
they
this
have the
person
tools.
had the tools. They had a DeWalt set. They had a Black and
DeWalt?
Deckers. they had the whole shebang, dude.
Dude, that's a
They
pretty
had
nice
screws.
setup.
Black
They
and
had
Deckers.
nuts. They had wrenches.
It sounds like this person should be a carpenter now.
Yeah.
Because I've been thinking about
Yeah,
it.
because he'd be building up excuses, dude. That's what
Hey, it's so funny. Okay, we did this
Come
thing.
on.
We did this game. It's so funny you bring that up. Like, there's this game that we played on JK News today, and it was about like.
Here it comes. This is going to be a bad story. I can
Oh,
already tell.
here it goes. It goes.
Just the way he started, I already know.
Because I was like thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I'm getting real hot right now. The lights are getting real bright. And then the confidence that I had shot to shit. Because
Just the
Patrick was like, you know what?
hands, the way you led into it, I could tell there's no thought put into this, but go ahead, go do it.
So that'll be the podcast today, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
No, I
We'll
wanna
see you
know
guys
this.
No,
on
you gotta go.
the next
I gotta
one.
know this now.
So there's Eric Andre skit, right?
No, don't you fucking
No,
dare.
I'm sure it's
Don't
gonna be
you
good. I'm sure it's
fucking
gonna
Oh
be
dare.
yeah, dude, go fuck yourself. How about that, huh? Next time I'm gonna go to your stand-up show and be like, "This joke's gonna fucking suck" before he says it, and then see how well it goes.
Would
huh?
be just say the punchline before
man.
I say the joke. That'd be the worst. I'd be like, fuck, dude.
And I read all your notebooks, bro. I know your punchlines, dog.
Oh, that'd be fucked up. This Nick's out there. I know this joke already.
I just say it right before. Coconut water. Coconut water. But no, it's funny because we were playing this fucking game on JK, and Bart pretty much gave me this card that says, "Oh, the person that gives the most excuses," and he gives it to me, and I'm like, "Fuck!" And you're supposed to be like, "No, I don't give any excuses," but I was like, "Yeah, you're right. Give me that card."
You just started breaking down. And
Exactly, and
crying.
I was like, "Yeah, that's true though. That's true." So you know what? You're not the only person that thinks that. So you and Bart can go fuck yourselves, but you guys are right, 100% across the board.
You just gotta apply yourself, man.
And dude, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta believe in yourself, baby.
You know why I get disappointed?
And that's what I'm
in you?
trying to
Let me
work
tell you,
on.
This is why I get disappointed in you, right?
What's up?
Because out of that group, I'm the lazy fuck, and you're lazier than me. What's wrong with you?
You know, sometimes it's just you gotta fight your own battles. You know what I mean? And you know, beating yourself is number one thing at the end of the day.
But that wraps up this episode, guys,
What a weird ending,
of the
bro.
Genius Brain Podcast. You can go ahead and find Patrick at patrick.t.riley on Instagram. He's back in the stand-up game, so get ready to watch
Let's
those
go.
shows.
Let's
Let's
go,
go, baby.
let's go.
And then Nick is going to open for him really soon.
Hell yeah.
Really soon.
Yeah, right.
And
You
I'll
guys
be
can
opening
suck
up
my
as well,
dick
and
from
we're
the
both
back.
going to bomb together. We will bomb together.
Yeah, I'll bomb by myself. Thank you very much. I don't need you to bomb with me.
No, we're gonna kamikaze style ourselves together. All racial, and then you can
All
find
racial.
Don't find me. Don't find me anywhere.
at
Okay.
Nick the
Nah, don't
Sweat.
find
Nick the Ear.
Sweat.
The sweaty ass here, baby.
At Nick the Ear, you could find him there,
I
baby.
should change my name to Sweet Tea, baby.
Oh, Nick the Sweet Tea would be good.
Sweet tea.
Sweet Tea.
Nick the Sweet Tea.
Nah, don't find me on nothing.
Oh my God. Genius Brain Podcast every Thursday and Sundays. We'll see y'all next time.
Let's go.
Peace.
Yeah.